Hello everybody, this is Debbie, from Teacher Success Coach. I tried coming on earlier on, but my internet was playing up. Anyway, how are you guys? I hope that you are all well and fully blessed. Right, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for opportunities and the experience to do the things I wasn't able to do yesterday. I'm also grateful for, I'm also grateful for my students and the knowledge they give me, because I'm the teacher and they also teach me too. Right, we've actually had a week off last week. It was beautiful, it was bliss. I did no schoolwork. I spent the week filling up my cup because I just feel that my cup was empty. Teaching, your cup becomes empty because you're giving out. So there come a time when you have to fill up your cup. So I spent last week, 1 week half term, filling up my cup. And it was beautiful. We went back today. Oh my goodness. It felt as if we didn't have any time off. Because the students are doing exams next week, so preparation for exams. And one of the things that we've actually been talking about is when the students come back after a break, their behavior and attitude is all over the place. It's like one of my very well-behaved year 11 psychology group, they were so disgusting. I had to say to them that if they continue this way, I'm going to give them detention. I'm not a detention teacher. It's like the whole lesson, they're constantly talking, and I don't talk over students. And they're just going. And I thought, you know what? I need to meet them where they are because I'm not too sure what's going on, what have happened. But one of the things I also discovered through the discussion is the anxiety, because they know next week they've got exams. So all that is coming up. Although they had 1 week off, a lot of them did not do a lot of revision. And one of the anxieties, they have not had exams because they've had COVID. We've had COVID rather. So it meant that they did not do a formal exam. So that's a big anxiety for them. They don't know what it's really like. Yes, they were given assessment, but they have not really been given proper marks. So next week is a proper mark because they have exams in May. So that was the preparation. We are preparing them for that. And it's like the anxiety is great. The behavior is all over the place. So in an hour's lesson today, I didn't do a lot of work with them because they were chatting, they were carrying on. It was like nonsense. That is like arguing with each other. I just sat there. I just sat there and I've said to them, year 11, you guys need to get it sorted, etc. Really? They were just carrying on. I just sat there. When a number of them realized I was sitting there, they said, oh, can we be quiet? Miss, are you ready? No, not whether or not I'm ready. Are you ready? So that's some of the things. So I've actually given them a whole pile of homework. I've given them revision to do because I'm giving them a time essay on Wednesday when I next see them. I've given them the summary they have to do. I've given them another set of questions. I've given them one question they need to give me for Wednesday, an exam question. I've also given them they have to do some reading, summarize, etc. And I said to them, these were part of the lesson today. So you didn't get it sorted because you guys were not listening. Your behavior was all over the place. Here you are. I've put it on Teams, and then that's for them to do for me. So Wednesday or Thursday, I can't remember which day I see them, all those have to be done, or else I'm giving detention. Because their behavior were all over the place. And one of the things as educators, that sometimes we need to meet students where they are. So one part of me met them where they are because of what was happening. The other part of me had to actually give them extra work to do because we missed out on what we were meant to do today. So we're slightly behind. So that's one of the things I had to do with them. So it was interesting because one of them commented, but Miss, you don't normally give detention. Miss, you don't give homework. No, I don't. But the fact that you all haven't allowed me to teach my planned lesson today, you need to get it done. So this is the way you're going to get it done. So the other interesting thing about it, they were very, anxious. Oh, Miss, are you going to put it on Teams? How are we going to know that, some of us may not be able to remember it. You better get pen and paper and write it down so that you know what the work you need to do. So today was a very interesting session. That was my GCSE group. But my A-level group was slightly was much more organized. They were ready because they also have exams, mock exams next week. They were ready, they were focused, and they were ready to go. So we did a lot of work this morning. But my younger group, oh boy, all over the place. And the other group, I had another group which I did revision with them as well. So this week, although it's just Monday, I've sat there and all I'm doing in the morning, I am so tired. The first day back was really intense. And the interesting thing about it is, we've only just gone back after a week, but everybody seems to be beginning to feel it. And it's only day one. This is actually telling us how tiring teaching is. Someone said to me today, one of my family members, oh, teaching is a vocation, Debbie. So even when you finish work, you still have things to do. It's a vocation. It is a vocation. I'm loving it, but it's also very, very tiring. So one of my wins today was, my A-level group have been focused. We did a lot of work. We did mind mapping in terms of the revision, and one of the methods I keep on saying to them they need to teach it to each other. When you actually teach what you know to someone else, it means that you know what you're talking about. So what I get them to do is teach each other. So they're going to be on the front of the board and they will actually be doing mind map and teaching the class what they've actually learned. So it actually stay in the head, they actually remember it, they pose questions, etc. So that group was quite sorted this morning. Another thing I'm doing with my group is question revision, just giving them, throwing out questions to them. Because I said to them, I want A stars for your mock next week. I really don't care. I need A stars, so you need to work for your A stars. And I said that to my GCSE group as well. So my GCSE group realized that I'm not messing with them. You mess about today, you have those work for homework. And make sure that work comes to me later in the week when I see you. No later, the day I see you this week, that's when you're bringing in the work. So, the thing about it is when you actually focus with children, it could be very, very tiring because you're actually on the case constantly. And I think that's why most of us are tired. Although it's only Monday, you are on the case with them. You cannot sleep up because they haven't had real exam. They don't know what it is like. So you're actually preparing them for real exam. And comes with that is anxiety. So that's some of the things we've been dealing with today. So it's interesting to see what tomorrow will be too, because tomorrow is another full day for me as well. So guys, educators, you need to find your win and celebrate your win. As I say, my win was my year 12, 13. My year 13 group were on the ball. They were on focus. They were teaching what they knew to each other. We did mind map presentation and they were on the ball. So that was my win today. However, my year 11 group, I suppose the win for me was in that group, they realized that I am very serious. That if you don't do the work that I plan in my lesson, you're going to be getting it for homework. Although I don't give homework, if the work is not covered, what I've planned, then you take it home and you need to do that. And a lot of students don't like homework, but you are going to get homework because you need to have done my work. So that's one of the things that I've actually done with them. So in terms of they're beginning to be more focused, because I met one of them on the corridor and it's like, Miss, can you just remind me of what we're meant to do? That's no problem. I'll remind you because you realize that I am serious. So you need to be serious because you realize that or else you're going to be getting a detention. So for me, that's, that's one of the plus in terms of my students becoming focused. Anyway, yes, so we gone back today. You know, it's lovely to be back, but at the same time, it's quite tiring. Teaching is wonderful because we're making an impact to on young people, but at the same time, it could be quite tiring. So our next break is Easter. So from today until Easter, we've got mock exams, we've got preparation for real exams, we've got to finish off the syllabus, because don't forget, during COVID time, the student did a lot of work online. So everything they've done online, they've lost it, because online was very, very challenging. Some students, it worked well, but the majority of students, the online teaching wasn't working well for them. So it meant that we have to reteach what we taught during the pandemic when they were teaching online, when they were being taught online. So that's even, extra for us to do. But the main thing is getting them to come to be on track. Because a lot of the students are now saying is, oh, well, miss, I don't even know what I'm doing, because during the pandemic when we were taught online, I can't remember anything. So that's what we have in that. They cannot remember what they were taught while online. Because one student said to me today, oh, when I was being taught online, I went back to my bed. I was sitting on my bed while the teachers were teaching, and then I fall asleep. So I didn't do anything online. So those are some of the things we've had to deal with. So educators, that your work's cut out for you. Even though you've done something during the pandemic and you're taught online, you now have to reteach that, because the students have not retained anything. And if we really want them to pass, we just have to be going constantly. And that's another reason why we also do intervention, to enable them to catch up. So those are some of the things we're doing. So we're working flat out, because the pandemic lessons doesn't count anymore, because a lot of them can't remember it. And a lot of them did not engage with it. So if we really want our student to pass, we really have to teach it all over. And we need to go at a fast pace, and we also need to do intervention. So guys, those are some of the challenges we are now experiencing as educators, because everything that's been taught, we have to reteach it if we want our students to pass. And I really want my student to pass, so it means intervention, whether or not it's lunchtime, evening time, see students in my break time, see students in my lunchtime. I've seen a few of them in my break time, go through areas with them, because A, they're anxious, B, I want them to pass, C, they can't remember anything because it was taught during the pandemic. So there's where we are in terms of the education system. Yes, we also know that the education is not fit for purpose. Yeah, that's another story. But in the meantime, that is what we've got. So we need to deal with that. Anyway, guys, I need you to find your win and celebrate it. Whether or not it's something small or something large. But however it is, you need to celebrate it. And it's important, because the more we celebrate our wins, which means we're demonstrating gratitude, the more we get. Right? The more the universe gives us things to celebrate. Right? Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for listening. Take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.